As autumn fades and the last golden leaves drift to the ground, a familiar question returns to the minds of people across the UK. With the chill settling in and mornings growing ever frostier, many are left wondering, will this winter be another mild one? Or are we truly on the brink of a snowpocalypse that could blanket the nation in white? Meteorologists, weather enthusiasts, and even casual observers are keeping a close eye on the forecasts. Could the winter of 2025-26 be one for the history books, remembered for decades to come? While the idea of a truly severe winter might seem far-fetched to some, especially after recent milder years, shifting global weather patterns are making predictions more challenging than ever. Wildcards like the polar vortex, which can send icy blasts from the Arctic deep into Europe, could upend expectations and bring sudden dramatic changes to our weather. If a true snowpocalypse were to hit, it would put the UK's infrastructure to the ultimate test. Roads, railways, and emergency services would all face enormous challenges, from keeping transport running to ensuring help reaches those in need. Communities would need to pull together like never before, showing resilience, teamwork, and the classic British spirit to get through the toughest days. It's not just about missing work or school. Major snow events can disrupt supply chains, empty supermarket shelves, and leave delivery trucks stranded, affecting daily life in unexpected ways. For the elderly and vulnerable, the risks are even greater. Isolation, power outages, and limited access to essentials can turn a winter storm into a real crisis, making community support and preparedness absolutely vital. So, let's explore the science behind these predictions, look back at historic snowstorms that shaped the UK, and see what lessons we can learn from the past. We'll also find out how prepared we really are. Are councils ready with salt spreaders, and are households stocking up on winter essentials? So, grab your warmest jumper and a steaming mug of tea, and join us as we dive into the forces that could shape the UK's winter. Because whether it's a flurry or a full-blown snowpocalypse, it pays to be prepared. To understand what could make this winter truly stand out from previous years, we need to look at the powerful forces shaping our weather. Starting with the polar vortex. This is a swirling, persistent mass of extremely cold air that sits high above the North Pole, acting almost like a giant atmospheric barrier. It's a key player in determining how much cold air escapes from the Arctic and makes its way south. When the polar vortex is strong and stable, it acts like a lid, keeping the frigid Arctic air locked away at the top of the world. This means the UK often experiences milder, wetter winters, with more rain than snow and temperatures that rarely plunge to extreme lows. People go about their daily routines, perhaps grumbling about the drizzle, but rarely facing the chaos of deep snow or ice. But if the vortex weakens, wobbles, or even splits apart, a process often triggered by a dramatic event called sudden stratospheric warming, or SSW, everything can change in a matter of days. SSW is when temperatures high up in the stratosphere suddenly spike, disrupting the vortex's stability. This can unleash a flood of Arctic air, sending it surging southward and bringing the UK a sudden blast of severe cold, heavy snow, and blizzard conditions that can catch everyone off guard. SSWs are rare but powerful, and their effects can take a couple of weeks to reach us at ground level. When they do, the weather can flip from mild to extreme almost overnight. Meteorologists watch for these events closely, as they're one of the few reliable signals that a major cold snap could be on the way. But the story doesn't end there. This winter we also have La Niña in play, a natural climate pattern marked by cooler-than-average waters in the Pacific Ocean. La Niña can subtly shift the position of the jet stream, the high-altitude river of air that steers storms and cold fronts across the Atlantic. For the UK, this can mean a greater chance of cold air outbreaks, more frequent storms, and an increased risk of wintry weather. None of these factors, polar vortex, SSW, or La Niña, guarantee a snowpocalypse on their own. But when they interact, they create a volatile and unpredictable setup. The atmosphere becomes a battleground, with cold Arctic air, shifting jet streams, and sudden stratospheric changes all vying for control. Even if long-range forecasts suggest a mild or uneventful season, these wildcards mean that a deep freeze or heavy snowfall could strike with little warning. The UK has seen this before. One week it's wet and grey, the next streets are blanketed in snow and travel grinds to a halt. The atmosphere doesn't always play by the rules, and sometimes the most unexpected weather arrives when we least expect it. That's why it's so important to keep an eye on the forecasts and be ready for anything. As we head into winter, staying alert for sudden changes could make all the difference. Because when it comes to the weather, surprises are always just around the corner. Official long-range forecasts for winter 2025-26 suggest a milder, less snowy season for most of the UK. High-pressure systems and Atlantic airflows are expected to dominate, keeping snow mostly in the Scottish Highlands. But forecasting months ahead is about probabilities, not certainties. The polar vortex remains the biggest wildcard, and SSW could flip the script in just weeks. Calm forecasts can lull us into complacency, but surprise storms can still strike. Severe winter weather is dangerous precisely because it's unpredictable. We must treat even mild forecasts with caution and be ready for sudden shifts. Boston's 2015 Snowmageddon is a stark warning of how quickly extreme winter can overwhelm a city. Over 3 weeks, more than 9 feet of snow buried the city, paralyzing transport and daily life. Trains froze, roads vanished, and the National Guard was called in to rescue residents. The economic cost topped $1 billion, with infrastructure buckling under the weight of snow and coastal flooding. Each problem compounded the next, pushing emergency services to the brink. Boston's ordeal shows preparedness isn't just about salt and snowplows, it's about robust, multi-layered emergency plans. Underestimating winter's power can lead to total shutdown. The lesson: be ready for the worst, not just the expected. The UK's Beast from the East in 2018 showed how vulnerable we are to sudden, severe winter. A polar vortex disruption and SSW sent Siberian air sweeping across the country, bringing sub-zero temperatures and heavy snow. Major roads and railways were blocked. The military rescued stranded motorists, and airports cancelled hundreds of flights. Schools closed, businesses lost millions, and supermarket shelves emptied as supply chains faltered. The event exposed weaknesses in our infrastructure and just-in-time delivery systems. The 2018 freeze was caused by the same atmospheric setup that could return this winter. It's a reminder. The UK is not immune to chaos from extreme cold. We must take the threat seriously and prepare accordingly. If a snowpocalypse hits and the UK isn't ready, the consequences would cascade through society. Transport would grind to a halt. Blocked roads, frozen trains, and grounded flights isolating communities. Supply chains would break down, leading to empty shelves and shortages of essentials and medicines. Emergency services would be stretched thin, with delayed responses and soaring demand. The NHS would face overwhelming pressure from weather-related injuries and illnesses. Businesses would close, productivity would plummet, and the cost of recovery would soar into the billions. Our just-in-time economy is efficient but fragile. A prolonged freeze would expose its weaknesses. The domino effect of unpreparedness is a risk we can't afford. Preparation is not optional, it's essential. National readiness starts with proactive, coordinated emergency plans. Not just gridding roads, but uniting emergency services, transport, utilities, and health sectors. Strengthening infrastructure is key. Invest in heated rail points, snow-clearing equipment, and robust power and water supplies. Keep key roads open for emergency access, not just main motorways. Protecting the vulnerable is vital. Councils and community groups must support the elderly, disabled, and those in fuel poverty. Set up warm banks and organize volunteers to check on isolated neighbors. Clear, timely public communication is non-negotiable. Issue accurate warnings and practical advice. An informed public is a prepared public. By learning from past winters, we can reduce panic and foster resilience. Preparation at every level is our best defense. Personal readiness matters. Being prepared at home can turn a crisis into a manageable inconvenience. Taking a few simple steps now can make all the difference when winter weather strikes. Preparation isn't just about supplies, it's about peace of mind for you and your loved ones. Build an emergency kit with enough water and non-perishable food to last several days. Include a torch, a battery-powered radio, spare batteries, first aid supplies, and any essential medications. Don't forget items for pets and babies if you have them. Keep your kit somewhere easy to reach, and make sure everyone in your household knows where it is. Check your heating system to ensure it's working efficiently, and insulate exposed pipes to prevent them from freezing and bursting. Learn how to turn off your water supply in case of a burst pipe or leak. Regular maintenance now can save you from costly repairs and discomfort later. Block drafts by sealing gaps around doors and windows to keep your home warm and reduce energy bills. Use draft excluders, heavy curtains, or even rolled-up towels. A well-insulated home is not only more comfortable, but also more energy efficient during the coldest months. If you must travel, prepare your car with winter essentials: a scraper, de-icer, blanket, shovel, snacks, water, and a fully charged phone. Keep your fuel tank at least half full and check your tires and battery before setting out. Let someone know your route and expected arrival time. Avoid travel if severe weather is forecast. It's safer to stay home and wait for conditions to improve. Roads can become treacherous quickly, and emergency services may be stretched thin during storms. Look out for neighbors, especially the elderly or vulnerable. Offer help with shopping, clearing paths, or simply check in to make sure they're warm and have everything they need. A friendly visit or phone call can make a big difference. Community spirit is a powerful shield against winter's dangers. When we work together, shoveling snow, sharing resources, or supporting those in need, we build resilience and keep everyone safer. Simple acts of kindness, like sharing a warm drink or lending a hand, can keep everyone safe and supported. Small gestures can have a big impact during challenging times. Together, we can turn a harsh winter into a story of resilience, warmth, and community. By preparing ahead and looking out for one another, we ensure that no one faces winter's challenges alone. As winter 2025-26 approaches, uncertainty reigns. Forecasts may suggest mild weather, but wildcards like the polar vortex could change everything. This isn't a call for panic, but for vigilance. Past events show that extreme weather can strike with little warning, and complacency is our greatest enemy. National and local plans must be robust, with clear communication and a focus on protecting the vulnerable. Hope for a mild winter, but prepare for a harsh one. For individuals and communities, stay informed, prepare your home, and look out for each other. This winter may be ordinary, or it could be historic. Our readiness will be our greatest shield, whatever the season brings.